Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the next update for my project Apocalypse. This project is one where I'm tackling basically all my lip products in my collection. I have two parts of the video. One is the Project Pan part where I'm trying to finish up 21 lip products this year. My goal is to get rid of 22 products in total, but yeah, I'm working on 21, or I have been working on 21 products in this project. And the second part of this video is basically that I randomize or pick out random lip products from the remaining of my collection to work on and rank throughout the month, just to get a better idea of my collection. So that's basically what I'm going to go through. I'm going to start with the Project Pan part. First of all, I did actually dye my hair. Let me know what you think. It's just a toner, a temporary toner. I wanted to go try something else. I always loved like strawberry blonde, so I wanted to try something different. Hopefully, I mean, I think it's gonna wash out pretty soon. I just wanted to again try it, but if I like it I might do it again, or you know, we'll see. But yeah, that is why my hair is different. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump into the video. But if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So again, I do want to start with my Project Pan part, and I have a really exciting update. I don't have one empty, I don't have two empties, I don't even have three empties, but I have 4 empties this month, and I'm very excited. However, I'm gonna go through the products in order, starting with my focus lip products and then move down the list. So if you don't know, I do pick 5 focus products to work on, and those are kind of the main ones that I want to focus on finishing up, and then the other ones I just reach for whenever I want to. So the first product that I have is my YSL Rouge Pure Couture lipstick in number 13, and that is the one that has been my focus lipstick for the longest. This product looks like this. It is a super bright kind of red. This is more of a red that I kind of reach for in summer, so I haven't really been wanting to reach for this one, and this one that I actually didn't reach for at all in the past month. Yeah, I just didn't feel like it, so yeah, this one it hasn't been used at all. And again, that is the first product. I'm not foreseeing myself reaching for this one that much more. I'm not going to be able to finish it this year, which I'm fine with. I do think I'm going to roll this into a project next year to finish, and I'm really happy with the progress that I've made on it so far this year, but again, 0 uses in the past month. The second lip product that I had as my focus was my Revlon lip butter in Wild Watermelon. This has been in as a focus lip product for quite a while. It's a beautiful kind of yeah, you can see it's like an off red kind of shade, and I'm happy to report that I was able to finish this one. That's why I can't roll it up any further, but yeah, it is completely flat, as you can see to the packaging. Don't scrape out my products, so yeah, that is basically where I am with this one. It took me an additional 25 uses to finish this one, and how I used it, I think almost every single time. I used it as maybe on my lips like maybe 5 to 6 times, I would say, in the past month, but every single time apart from that I wore this as a cream blush, and that's how I was able to finish it up. I use it just underneath my foundation. That's usually how I wear cream brushes, and then I just kind of, I don't cover it fully with my foundation, I just kind of blend it with my foundation, which also means that I'm wearing less layers, and I really like it that way. So that's how I use this one as well. And again, I'm really happy to have this done. I wasn't expecting to have this done. I think I said at the last update I was hoping to maybe finish half what was left in here, because I did have quite a lot left. So I'm very surprised that I was able to finish this one, but it is my first empty for the month. And just to show you on a piece of paper, by the way, here is where the YSL lipstick is. I didn't move because I didn't use it, but the Revlon lip butter is this one here. So you can see I got some really good movement in the past month. Obviously towards the end it goes faster because it is on a slant, so you know, towards the end, like the last bit does move quicker. So yeah, that is the next product. The remaining 3 focus lip products are from MAC. The first one that I'm going to talk about is Plumful, which is the luster finish. This one has also been in as a focus for quite a while, and it's actually another one that I was able to finish. This is what it is now, so you can see it's just the plastic there, but this was a beautiful kind of color. It's this shade here. Yeah, you can probably see it a bit swatched out there. It's like a sheer kind of plummy, I don't know, plummy kind of purpley shade. It's not super blue tone purple, it has quite a lot of warmth to it, but it's really flattering, really nice. And yeah, I did enjoy wearing this a lot, especially with my cool tone looks, but it was a bit of a challenge to reach for this past month. I did say in my last update I was hoping to finish this one or the shade Rebel, which I'm going to talk about in a while. But this one I did actually finish, like I said, and I'm really happy with it. Both this one and Rebel, which I wanted to focus on, are more kind of plummy tones. So again, not the easiest to reach for, especially because I've been planning a lot of warm tones, trying to finish up my Panda palette, which is the Modern Renaissance palette. But yeah, I did finish this one, like I said, and it took me an additional 37 uses to finish. So this one is another one that is gone. And you can see there that is plum full. You can see how much movement I had. Again, I'm really happy that I was able to finish this one because I wasn't sure I was gonna, but yeah, that is where this product is. The next focus lip product again is from MAC, like I said, but this one is a lip liner, and this is in the shape Soar. Just looking from how small it is now, I was able to finish this one as well. This is another empty because I cannot sharpen this anymore. So this is how much I have left. Yeah, it's very small now. I did use up everything that I could, but yeah, I can't sharpen this one anymore. Yeah, you can even see like it has some marks because I tried to use some tweezers to grab it, but I just could not sharpen it anymore. So this one is also done. This was one that I loved using quite a lot actually now in autumn. It was quite a, not a deep, it was like a deep mauve toned nude, and I did think it was too deep for a lip, like I used a nude lip early in the year, but when I got into autumn I feel like this was a really nice nude lip and I really did enjoy using this one, and it took me an additional 18 uses to finish it in the past month. So this again is another empty, and it is the third one for the month. And just to show you, this is Soar, so you can see it was all the way up here when I started. I had quite a lot of movement prior, so this is where I was, well, this is a movement from the last month, not like this update but the update before, and then this is how much I used for the rest of it. So this is where it ended up being when I finished it, same as Hip and Happy, which was another MAC lip liner, so that makes sense. But yeah, that is how much I used in the past month. So then for the final focus lip product we have MAC Rebel, like I did mention. This one I did try to focus on as much as I could, but it's not as easy of a shade to reach for as some of the other ones. So I did not finish this one, but I do not have very much left of it. You can see it right there. I did use this one 15 times in the past month, and again I don't have very much left of it. I'm gonna try to focus on this one and to finish it next month. I think maybe just judging from how much I have left on the lines, I have like 30 uses left. So it is feasible, but it's gonna be a bit of a challenge finishing it up in December now. But yeah, I'm gonna try to as much as I can. Maybe I can combine it as a cream blush, although this was quite a pigmented formula, so I don't think it's gonna be as easy to use up as a cream blush as, for example, the lip butter, which is more of a kind of slick, a bit more like, not thicker, but like it comes off thicker, but it also shears out really easily. Whereas I feel like with this one I would just have to like dab on each cheek to get enough product, which wouldn't really mean that I wear it down really fast or anything. So we'll see what I do, but I am really determined to finish this one in the next month, so that is going to be my goal. And again, this is how much I have left. And you can see here on the paper that is how much I have used. So again, that was 15 uses. That is kind of why I'm estimating I have 30 uses left. It is a bit more than double what I had, but again, like I said, towards the end the product is slanted, so I do think it goes a bit quicker towards the end. But yeah, so I do, you know, I don't have too much left, but it is going to be a challenge to finish this one, even though it wasn't that much to start with, even when I rolled it in at the beginning of the year. But it is a very autumnal shade, so I didn't reach for it at all in the beginning of the year. But yeah, that is where I am with Red Bow. So those were my 5 focus lip products. Let's move on to the remaining ones. Some of them I have pretty good usage on, some of them not, so I'm going to breeze over the ones that I haven't used very much, and I just talk more about the ones that I have some good movement on. Also, if you haven't counting, I've only shown 3 empties, but I did say I had 4 empties in the past month, and that is because I have an empty in my non-focus products, and it is this one right here. So this is my Clarins Perfect Lip Perfector. Is that what it's called? Clarins Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector. Yeah, I have it written down wrong in my notes. I thought that sounded wrong when I read it out. But anyway, this is the Instant Light Lip Perfector from Clarins. This one is in the shade number 2, and I have used this so much. In the past month, I used it 33 additional times, and that is where I was last month, and I was able to finish this one. I did squeeze this as much as I could. Looking at this through the ring light, there's a tiny bit left at the bottom, but I did squeeze this as much as I could, and nothing came out. You can see just looking from the side that this is very empty. Again, I used it 33 additional times, and in total to finish this one up, because I have been tracking it all the way since up the top. I mean, obviously I had a handful of uses up here, but not very much, and in total it took me 222 uses to finish this one. So you get a lot of value for your money with these products, and I do want to repurchase one of these in the future in more kind of a nude, kind of slightly deeper shade, because both the ones I had, which was number 1 and number 2, were quite pale on me. so they weren't the most flattering. But I know they have a brownie shade which I'm interested in picking up, so I might do that in the future when I have used up a few more lip products, because I do really like the formula of these. So those were kind of the most exciting things. Again, I'm going to breeze over the remaining ones. There's one that I do, there's like two that I have some decent progress on, not that much, but I'm just going to breeze through the other ones. So the first one is my NYX body gloss in the shade Apple Strudel. Only used this on once. I do have some good movement on this in general. If you do move this around, I can see a lot of windowing, so I do think this one is going to be one that I can definitely finish next year, but no way I'm going to finish this one this year. We have our two lipsticks from Colourpop. We have Sauce and She Bad. Sauce I didn't use, I haven't used this at all this whole year, and then She Bad I only used once. So yeah, that is those two. Not very exciting. I talked about it before, but Sauce I'm definitely going to declare at the end of the year, and this one I have no idea how far I am because I can't roll this one up because it's smushed, but I do think I have quite a way to go with that one as well. Then we have the next lip butter that I have in this project, which is the shade Candy Apple. Again, I only used this one once. This is how much I have left of it. I'm sure it hasn't moved, so I haven't tried to make a new line, but yeah, that is the next product. Then we do have the products that I have used slightly more. The first one is my Sephora lip cream in the shade 25. I did use this one 4 times, but it's a liquid lipstick, so no real movement. Again, there's a slight bit of windowing when I move the wand around. Not really that much though. I know I've seen them in the past, but yeah, it's not very much windowing. So again, this is not going to be used anytime soon, but I'm happy that I'm getting some progress on it throughout this year. And then the final one is my Prune lip liner from NYX, which I have actually used 6 times, and I do have some movement on this one. It is a deep kind of purpley lip liner, so I have used this one in combination with Rebel a couple of times, which is why I have some good movement on it. I do think I'm going to try to finish this one up as well in the next month, because again, I can't use it with Rebel and I need to focus in on that one, so why not just focus in on this one too. And I don't have too much left of this lip liner, so I think it's doable. But yeah, let me show you where I am with the progress lines as well. So you can see here that is Prune, that is where I was when I started, that is where I am now. So you can see some consistent progress there. I think these are the last 2 months. I didn't really have any progress on it previous to that. And judging from it, I mean, that is, I don't know if this will go as far down as the MAC ones. So still quite a way to go, but I do think it's a chance to finish this one up if I just keep working on it and using it in combination with Rebel. So that was my Project Pan part of this video. Normally I do roll in things to replace my focus products, and I did finish up 3 of my focus products, so I should be rolling in 3 items to focus on. However, since we are at the end of the year, I just want to put all my focus in on the things that I do actually want to finish. So I'm only going to add one more thing into my focus, which you might already know what that is, and that is my NYX lip liner. I'm going to roll this one in to focus on in combination with everything else, just because yeah, I think that's this one and Rebel is going to be the only 2 products I can really finish in the next month. And if I can finish those 2, I will be very happy, because that means that I will finish like 6 products in the last 2 months of the year, which, you know, you do finish more products, I feel like, in the end of the year, because you work on them throughout the year as well, and towards the end a lot of the products are lower. But yeah, if I finish those 2, I will be very, very pleased with myself. So that is going to be my goal, and I'm not going to roll in anything else. So let me move into the second part of this video, which is the rating part. In the last month I did roll in 20 products to rate, because that was, I think, half of what I had left in my collection to rate, because I want to ideally rate everything in the past year. So I'm going to go through the 20 products that I rated in the past month, and then I'm going to go and look what I have left and pull that in to rate in the last month of the year. So I do have my little tray next to me, so I'm just going to grab everything in order. So I have 4 lipsticks from MAC. I'm going to talk about them again in order. So the first one I have is Snob, which is a very kind of blue tone pink. I do like this one, but I used to like these kind of blue tone pinks way more than I do. It's still semi-flattering, but it's not my favorite anymore, so I rated this one a 3. One that was an easy ranking for me was Ruby Wooey from MAC, which is a red. This is one of the retro matte finishes, and this is my favorite red in my collection, so I knew this was going to be a 5 to start with, even before I tried it. But I did enjoy playing around with it in the past month. I love the formula. It is very drying, but it stays on for a long time. It looks very kind of flattering on the lips. It's not very thick. It's just, again, it's quite drying. It's quite hard to get on, but once it's on, again, it doesn't look thick. It doesn't look, I don't know, it looks very natural in some ways, even though it is a bright red. It just, you know, melts into your lips, and it just looks beautiful. I love it so much. So the formula is great. The color is perfect. It's like a perfect kind of red. It's not too blue toned, it's not too warm toned. So yeah, I love this lipstick and it's a 5. The last 2 lipsticks I both rated a 3. The first one is Pink Nouveau, which is this shade here. Kind of like a mid-tone pink. Again, it's slightly more blue toned. Yeah, a 3 for this one. It's not my favorite color, and this one is in a satin formula. And I do prefer a slightly more matte color, but this one leans a bit more matte. I wouldn't say it's fully matte, but I guess it is more of a satin, so yeah, the formula does make sense. And then the other one is another retro matte, but this one is in the shade Relentless Red, which is more kind of a pinky toned red. You can see that there. I was on the fence to rating this one a 4. It almost got a 4, but again, the color in here is not really my vibe anymore. I used to love to go for bright lips like this, but I'm more into eyeshadows now, and that is why I gave this one a 3. I also have a couple Pat McGrath products. We have 2 lip glosses and 1 lipstick. The first thing I'm going to talk about are the lip glosses. The first one is the shade Lavendering, which is this shade here. It's very interesting to look at in the bottle, but it's not the most flattering on the lips. I rated this one a 2 because it does have a bit of a grey tone to it and like a purple shift, so not again very flattering. I do really want to play around with this one though to top with other lip products because I think it might be more flattering that way, but I didn't have a chance to do that this past month because I have so many lip products to rate and also to work on. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely play around with that. Maybe not next month or this month coming up because I'm still gonna have a lot of products to rate, but it's something that I'm gonna put in my mind to do next beginning of next year, is to try different combinations. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, but for now it's not my favorite lip gloss. The second lip gloss is in the shade Dare to Bear. Both of these are mini glosses, by the way, and this one I do like a bit better, but it's just slightly too pale for me to be a favorite lip gloss. So I did rate this one a 3. I love the formula of both of these, by the way, but it's just the color that makes them having slightly less of a rating. But yeah, I do like this one better. I think this one is something that I could pan in the future. But yeah, again, it's not my favorite, so that is why it's a 3. And then the last color is the Pat McGrath lipstick. This is one of her Luxe Trans lipsticks in the shade Psycho Candy. This one is a super bright pink. It looks like this. I was almost gonna put this as a 4 originally because of the color, because it's a very kind of fun, bright color. However, I did end up rating it a 3 in the end because of the formula, because it is more of a sleepy formula. I feel like I wouldn't want to reach for it as much as maybe a similar color in a matte formula. So it's not a bad color or bad lipstick per se, it's just that I prefer matte lipsticks when it comes to bright colors like this. But I do really like having this in my collection, and it's a fun kind of pop to pull out every now and then. But yeah, it's again not my favorite. One thing that has quickly become a favorite for me though, which I have reached for so much in the past month, especially now when we're getting into the colder months, is this Sigma lip oil right here. I'm keeping it upright because it's been standing upside down in my stand. You can already see that I'm getting quite a bit of movement there just after using it a month, because when I got this it was untouched. I hadn't used it before putting it into this project, but I got this from my friend Martina, same with the Pat McGrath lipstick actually, and she gave me one of these because she had a lot of colors. She basically had, I think, all the colors, and she's just like, do you want one? I have too many, I probably won't be able to use them all before they go bad. And she let me pick one, and I picked this one, and I'm so in love with this color and the formula. The formula is very nice. This is again the Renew lip oil, and I have mine in the shade Tint. Yeah, I rated this one a 5. It's super comfortable. It was something that was easy enough to throw on. I just wanted my lips to be moisturized and look very glossy and healthy. And the color is really nice. It's very sheer though, so I think like any color would do, but this is the kind of color that I like wearing with any look basically. So I love this shade and I love this product, and I'm very happy to have this in my collection, and it's probably one that I'm going to reach for more even now in December, because I feel like this is perfect for the winter months. Another product that I really did enjoy this past month is my Fenty lip gloss in the shade Champ Stamp Fantasy. This one is again quite a pale lip gloss, and I originally didn't think I would like it that much, similarly to the Pat McGrath one. However, if you look at them side by side, you can see the Pat McGrath one is definitely lighter and more pinky toned, and this one I just love. It makes your lips look really glossy, really healthy, and it has a lot of nice sparkles in it, so it's really flattering on the lips, and I do really like this one. So again, it was a 5. Another lip gloss that I rated is my e.l.f. Jelly Pop in the shade Apricot Pop. This one I do really love as well. It smells amazing. It smells like watermelon. Yeah, I love it so much. This one, the packaging and like the product itself feels a tiny bit more cheap, but I mean that's not, you know, something that's super noticeable. It does make your lip look really nice and juicy, but it does, since it's such a bright color, it's still like a very sheer, but it does give a little bit more color. Sometimes that's really nice, but I feel like it's something that I would reach for more in summer. So I did rate this one a 4. It could have almost been a 5. Honestly, I feel like it's the packaging that pulls it down, because I don't really like these squeezy chew packaging very much. It does work for this product though, but yeah, I think that's why I kind of pull it down a bit. But I do really like this one, and I'm happy to have played around with it, because again, it was one thing that I hadn't really played with in my collection very much, so I didn't really know what I thought about it. But I do really enjoy this, and again, it's something that I think I could pan in the future. I have one Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, and this one is in the shade Miss Kensington. This one looks like this. It's like a pinky toned nude. I love this one, but it's probably not my least favorite, but it's not as much of a favorite as some other Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, so I did rate this one a 4. It's just a bit light maybe for me, and yeah, slightly bit more kind of to peachy pink. I used to do a tiny swatch here to remind myself, but it's like a peachy pink, and it's a little bit too light for me to be a perfect nude, but I still really love the formula of this, and it's still a nice color, so it's still, you know, a 4, which is a pretty high ranking. We have my Essence lip liner in the shade Satin Mauve. This is another gift from my friend Martina. This one I rated a 4. The color is absolutely stunning. I love the color of this. However, the lip line itself is relatively dry, and it was quite hard to get it on. I mean, swatching it on my hand, it's not dry at all, so it's not like it's dried out, but the formula is just quite rough, I guess, on my lips, so it's not the easiest one to apply, and because of that I rated this one a 4 rather than a 5. If the formula was, you know, slightly better or slightly more my preference, I guess, I would have easily ranked it as a 5, but it's because the formula is, you know, it's losing a point. Again, it's something that I can see myself panning in the future, because even though the color is nice, I would rather have a color similarly to this in my favorite kind of formula, if that makes sense, because lip liner isn't something that I reach for very often anyway. So yeah, I'm maybe gonna put this into produce next year, or you know, whenever, but for now I do love this one, and I think I would really enjoy panning this one as well because of the color, so that is why it's contender for product maybe next year. We have my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Tokyo. This one I thought I was gonna like more than I did, but it's just a bit too pale for me now. This one, it looks like this again. It's like a pinky shade, and it's very pale. I rated this one a 2, and I remember I really liked this in this lip color before. I was expecting to rate this at least a 3, but yeah, it's a 2 now. I don't really like this as much anymore. Again, it just looks very kind of Barbie, very light pink on the lips, which I don't prefer. I love going for more kind of nudie browns now, or even like orangey tones like what I'm wearing today. But yeah, so this one a 2. Definitely not my favorite, one of my, I guess, least favorite colors in my collection now. I don't have too many products that I've rated a 2 this year, so it's still giving a lot of perspective, and I'm not sure I will declutter everything that's ranked a 2, but it's nice to know what is my least favorite thing, so I can either again use it up or declutter it. So that is where I'm with this one. I don't think I will declutter this one, because I feel like I love the formula too much, so it might be a panning thing in the future, we'll see. I haven't decided quite yet, but yeah, that is my ranking for this one. Next up, we have the product that I'm wearing on my lips today, which is my L'Oreal Balmain Paris lipstick. This was like a Balmain collection they did in the shade Fever. This one is relatively old in my collection, but I just wanted to pull this out and wear, and I've tried wearing this with like 2 different looks in the past month, but I just took it off because it did not look right, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna rank this like a 3 max, because it's not going with anything. But I wanted to give it a last chance today, because I knew I was going for slightly more kind of, I don't know, I was pulling in some more orangey tones in the rest of my look. I feel like this pairs really nicely with my lower lash line, so I wanted to give it a go, and I did really like it with this look. I remembered why I fell in love with this color, so I did give it a 4 in the end, because, you know, in this look and with certain looks, I just love this color so much. However, it doesn't go with everything, so it's not a 5. Next up, we have another lip liner. This one is a random one that I've had for a while that I got from my mom. It's probably way too old, but it's the only red one that I have, and I'm trying to use it up. I did use this one obviously as well in the past month. This is what it looks like. It's slightly too deep for what I like. It's not the right tone, and the formula isn't the best either, so I did rank this one a 3. I do see myself trying to find a new red lip liner and decluttering this one, because I just don't love it, maybe even panning it, because I do want to get this one out, both because of the age and also because it's not my favorite. So that is where this one is. This is called the Rafai. lip liner. I don't know, there's no color on it, but that's what the brand is. Again, it's just a random one that I have in my collection. We have another kind of red product. This is my NARS lip pencil in Famous Red, which looks like this. Again, it's slightly more of a pinky red, and I do really like this one, so I did give this one a 4. We have a lippy sticks from Colourpop in the shade Poppin', which is this beautiful bright pink. It looks like this. I was surprised with how much I like this one, so I did give this one a 4. I love the formula. This it's no surprise that the Matte X formula from Colourpop is one of my favorite lipsticks formulas. I have quite a few of them, and this color did really surprise me, so again I gave this one a 4. Yeah, it's just bright, vibrant, and this is kind of what I meant before, where I like a matte formula with bright lipsticks like this better than the satiny, kind of slightly the more slippery formula of the Pat McGrath one. So that is in this next lip product. We have my Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvet in Olay Flamingo. This one is another kind of brighter pink. It looks like this. I like this one, but it's not as much of a favorite as some of the other ones, so this one ended up being a 3. Then lastly, for the last month's kind of ranking, we have 2 liquid lipsticks from KVD. I have the shade Lovesick and the shade Echo. Both of these I like. I did actually like this one more than I thought, and yeah, this one I do like. It's very unique. It's like a bluey kind of purple. It's a very unique shade, and I don't reach for it very often. However, I do like both of these enough that I gave both of these a 4. So those were all of the products that I picked out last month. However, I did get some lip products as presents for my birthday, which was on the 19th of November. So I have played around with 2 of them enough to rank, so I have them right here. The first one is a gift that I got again from my friend Martina for my birthday, and that is the shade Pillow Talk Medium from Charlotte Tilbury. I really love this one. For me this was an easy 5. I love it. It's just like Pillow Talk but slightly deeper, and it's a slightly more kind of vampy shade, but I really do enjoy this one, so it was an easy 5. And then lastly, I did get the Fenty lip gloss set, the one she has for her holiday set this year, and I've been using the Fenty Heat Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow Heat so much. I've been using this so much. This one is kind of like the slightly more brown version of the other ones. I think they all had different formulas. One is slightly more pink leaning, one is more kind of sparkly, and it's like a fuchsia shade. I'm really intrigued to try that one, but I just wanted to go for simple neutral kind of shades this past month when I got a chance, because I had so many bright colors to rate in the rest of my lipsticks. So yeah, I've been using this one a lot. Similar to the Sigma lip balm, like I said before, like the lip oil. This is something that I've thrown on when I just wanted something that I knew was neutral enough to go with everything, as well as really moisturizing and like made my lips feel really juicy. So that's what I'm ranked for. So again, it was a 5. I really have been enjoying this one. So and also to kind of 2 additional things, I do have 2 more gloss bombs like I mentioned to rank, so I'm going to do that hopefully next month as well. But yeah, these were kind of bonuses that I did manage to rank in the past month. So we have the remaining lip products that I want to rank in this bag, and I'm going to grab them one by one. First, you want to mention the 2 lip glosses that I have left to rank from that set. So these are the 2 right here. So I'm going to try to reach for this one too. We have the Cupcake in one, which is the cream formula, and then we have the original lip gloss bomb formula, which is in the shade Fuchsia Flex, which is this one right here. So those are the first 2 that I want to rank. So I'm just going to go in and grab a handful because we have quite a few. So we're gonna go, I don't know how many I have in here. For my calculations it should be around 20, but we'll see. So the first one is this random lip product that I got from a set earlier this year, I think, from my boyfriend's mom. This one doesn't really have a name or anything. This is just like from this brand, I guess, Academy of Color, and it's the metallic liquid lipstick in just a number. So we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of keen to declutter this one, I think, but we'll see how it goes. That is the first one. Then we have my KVD liquid lipstick in Berlin. We have lipsticks from Colourpop in Capiche, another one from Colourpop in Gold Digger. We have my Becca lipstick, again a gift from Martina, in the shade Dusk, which is a beautiful kind of nude shade. It looks like this. We have my Dior lip glow, just the original one. We have a Tom Ford lipstick in the shade Violet Fatale, which is actually quite similar to Rebel, so that's what this one looks like. I'm going to go in and grab another handful. We have a couple liquid lipsticks. We have KVD in the shade Bauhaus, which is this one here, and Sephora in number 33, which is a kind of beige nude. We have Rouge Edition Velvet from Bush, Oregon in the shade Nudist, which looks like this. We have another lipsticks from Colourpop in the shade Love Life, which is a red shade. Then we have my YSL Rouge Volupté Shine in number 13, which looks like this. We have a Chanel lipstick in the shade Rendezvous, which is one of the kind of Rouge Coco Shines, I believe. Yeah, and that looks like this. We have another Pat McGrath lip gloss in the shade Pale Fire Nectar. Looks like this. And then we have a NARS Afterglow lip balm in the shade Orgasm, which is a mini. Looks like this. We have a couple more products in here, not that many, so I'm going to try to grab the remaining ones, which are all here. So we actually have 3 MAC lipsticks remaining. We have the shade Honey Love, which is a beautiful kind of beigey nude. I know I love that shade. Then we have the shade Show Orchid, which is the opposite, which is a very kind of bright fuchsia pink. And then lastly we have Whirl, which is another nice nude. It's more of kind of brownie nude right there. So those are the 3 MAC lipsticks. We have another KVD liquid lipstick in the shade Roxy, which is like a purple shade. And then the last product we have is my Smashbox Insta Matte, which isn't really a lipstick or anything, but it is still a lip product, obviously. It's basically something that you put over lip products to make them matte. It's like a silicone kind of base, so that is the last product. So I did use Calculate, and there was 20 left in the bag, plus the 2 that I have left for rank from my gift. So 22 products in total. I will insert swatches here with all the products so you can see them. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna have to rank in the next month. I think I should be able to do it. If I find anything else that I haven't ranked, like something that hasn't, you know, made it into the bag, some other things. I don't think I picked up any lip products early in the year, but if there's something that I missed, I will find that and rank that as well, because my goal is to rank everything before the end of the year, so that is my plan. But that is it for today, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.